You may have gathered that by the very old olive trees and stone wall behind me, we are in Greece. I'm going to be making a Saganaki dish for you guys, which we have in Australia all the time. Most traditionally, you guys probably know it as the fried cheese, dusted in flour and gently fried until golden brown, served with olive oil. I'm going to prepare Saganaki for you guys today, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently with peppered figs. Although I'll be doing one portion today, you can make a whole jar of this peppered figs. It'll keep in the fridge for probably up to 3 to 4 weeks. So to prepare the peppered figs, we basically need to rehydrate these dehydrated figs. So these are quite dry and we need to moisten them up. And to do that, cut them into nice bite-sized pieces so they still have some structure to them. Okay, so these can go straight into the pot. 1 cinnamon quill, you can put 1 bay leaf, you can put more if you like, they're quite powerful. I also want to get a little bit of garlic into there. So by squashing it with my hand, we can release the skin from there, and that goes straight in. Some balsamic, 1 tablespoon into there, and some honey. Like the balsamic, we can always put more honey in a little bit later if we feel it needs to be a little bit sweeter. So we want to get this going on about a medium heat, not too high. I'm going to pop that straight on top of here, and I want to get some water in there as well. Once this liquid's come up to the boil, reduce it down to a gentle simmer and cook it out until the figs are really lovely and soft, and also until a lot of that moisture has evaporated out. You don't want to have to cook it for too long, otherwise we'll end up turning all those ingredients into a mush, which is not really what we're after. We want to have a nice texture in there to complement the Saganaki as well. So this has been cooking out now for about 8-9 minutes, and as you can see, the fig has really softened up. A lot of the seeds have absolutely leaked out into there. As you can see, we've got this beautiful, almost marmalade, jammy consistency happening. Get a pan on with a little bit of olive oil in there. The temperature of the oil when we're cooking the Saganaki is one of the most important things for me. If the oil is too cold, the Saganaki itself will absorb a lot of the oil and it will end up like a kind of oily sponge. We need the oil sitting at around 170 to 180 degrees. The best way to tell whether the oil is ready to fry is simply to take a small pinch of flour and just pop it into the oil there. And if that flour starts to sizzle immediately, the Saganaki will sizzle immediately as soon as we put it in, which is a good sign. If the flour just drops to the bottom of there, it's not ready to cook. So just let it go for a little bit. On the flip side of that, if your olive oil starts smoking immediately, just take it off the grill and give it a little bit of a break. I'm just going to shake the plate out just to distribute the flour. You can just go 1 and 2. The Saganaki is a little bit moist, which means it's going to pick up the flour straight away anyway. You don't need to kind of start worrying about using egg wash or anything. When you lower the Saganaki into the oil, just be really, really careful that you don't actually drop it in and end up flicking oil up in your hands. So to plate this up is really, really easy. Saganaki straight on the plate. We take some of these gorgeous jammy peppery figs, and that's it. Oleana Saganaki jammy peppered figs.